speak and give you all the updates on what Utica's done throughout 2024 and kind of what we have planned going forward into 2025. Obviously, the main project that headlined 2024 was the Market on Mill Retail Plaza, heavily funded by the Rebuild Downtown and Main Streets grant that the village was awarded back in 2022. So it did take us a while to get things off the ground and running, but we did do that. But it's been a great project for us. I kind of give you a little bit of history. It's, how did this project all come together? The village had acquired a large area in the northwest of Mill Street after the tornado occurred in 2004. And after nearly 20 years, the village was able to acquire the last couple small parcels of property to make that area whole. And until that was completed, it was hard to make that market, that property. The main reason for that was the challenge we faced with the entire area in floodplain. Because of that, it's difficult to market it to developers. No one was interested in having to carry flood insurance on that property, building it up out of the floodplain. So the village saw kind of an opportunity there to develop that area when the rebuild grant became available. So now jump ahead to 2024. Ground was officially broken on the retail plaza in July. So it's going to consist of 12 buildings that are all for small business retail. I'm happy to say that we do have all the buildings filled. All the tenants are very excited to make the shops their own and have a very successful first season. The season will officially kick off on Friday, May 2nd, with the grand opening scheduled for Saturday, May 3rd. There is a chance we'll do a soft opening the weekend before that, usually the Sweet Stroll weekend, so they may do a kind of a trial weekend to see how it goes, and then we'll kick off the following weekend. So while working on the Market on Mill project, the village did also put a focus on the areas that surrounded it. We did repave some of the streets nearby. We also added some much-needed parking. That was a major issue from talking to a lot of people when we were building this area, because what previously was just a large parking lot is now going to be a developed area to utilize for business. So we knew we had to do something when it came to parking. So we bought some property, and we took that area and made it a very large parking lot behind the market itself. So before there was no defined parking, all it took was a couple cars to get in there and park the wrong way. You would only have maybe 20 cars, 30 cars. Now we've got a defined parking where we have, I think we're around 80 parking spots sold between that area, and then on Mill Street you can find some additional parking, as well as by the library, we do that too. So what do we have left to complete on this project? We're getting real close to the finish line here. The last piece that we really have to do is the public restrooms. So they'll be delivered next week, and then our supervisor of public works in his department will go ahead and finish that out, and we'll have everything ready to go there. So we really enjoyed seeing this project come together. It's been a long road to see that developed, but it really adds to the beautification of our village. It's just done extremely well. It's got endless possibilities when it comes to attracting visitors, and it gives people one more reason to maybe stay that extra night and enjoy this area when it comes to the tourism aspect of things. So we're very excited to get that off the ground and running this season, and we do hope that you will all attend it and see what we've done with that area. So I could talk about the market for a very long time, but I tried to cover as much as I could there. So what does the village have planned for 2025? We do have some fun events for kids and families that we do plan on using the Market on Mill Retail Plaza for. We did take a large section of the area and make it into a turf section. We also plan to build a band shelter off one of our well houses at some point, and we'll utilize that for movie nights, kind of some themed nights, arts and craft days, maybe have some pop-up vendor days, just kind of a few ideas that we're kicking around. But we plan to have a lot of activities up there to promote the area and to have the residents of the community and their kids and families, and as well as people vacationing, to be able to come and enjoy themselves. We're also looking at doing a streetscape program in 2025, which you see a lot of the village streets on the east end of town get complete. Neighborhood parks is another focus for us in 2025. We are going to be adding a couple of soccer goals to both Burgess Park and Banks and Friends Park for built here. After speaking with multiple residents, we've learned that soccer has become more and more popular in this area, and it's something the family and the neighborhoods want to see. So we're more than happy to get that done and take care of that for them. We're also going to add a half basketball court to one of our parks in the subdivisions. We did one in one of our other parks a few years ago, and it's become real popular with kids in that specific subdivision. So we thought that we'd do another one for them there as well. The village did apply for the ITEP grant last year to add additional sidewalks on the southwest end of Route 178. If awarded, this will tie in both the north and the south end on both sides of the community. So more to come on that, but we're hopeful that will be considered for this grant. We're also working on redesigning the area around the village hall and the community center. So this is located right in the heart of our village. This is where our village hall is. We took the property in 2021. We purchased it from the old Baldwin School, and we made that our village hall offices. So we wanted to try to redo that area, change the whole layout in the front of that, accommodate for more parking that is needed to meet the demand that we have for that. So once that whole area is completed, we'll have roughly another 90 additional parking spots in that area of town as well. So we're currently in the design phase for that. We do not know if we'll take that out to bid for construction this year, or if we'll do that in 2027. That'll be based off the event station. Marketing is another area that we're working on this year. The village is entering into a partnership with Star Rock Lodge, Heritage Corridor, and the South County Tourism Program. They have 2 commercials made to promote the area. There will be a spring and a fall one. By doing this, we'll have to do a new market promoting areas that we have not done before. We'll probably be 2 hours plus away from the village. We're excited about this partnership, and we want to work with everyone involved in this project, and we expect to have first commercials out hopefully sometime in May. And then last thing I want to talk about is some upcoming events that we have. I mentioned earlier that our grand opening of the Market on the Mill will be on Saturday, May 3rd, so I do invite everyone to attend that event and see all the hard work that the 12 new businesses that are coming in and done to make these their own units. Mill Street Dining is officially going to return this year, and it will kick off on May 8th, just in time for Mother's Day. Mill Street Dining was introduced back in 2020 and has become a huge success year after year. The downtown business has put much work and effort into this, and it really shows with the amount of traffic that it gets. Unit is very fortunate to be able to do something like this. Years ago, Mill Street was originally Route 178. So when it was realigned, I transferred over that street to the villages, so that way it is now a village-owned street. We were able to do what we wanted to do with that. So in 2018, we installed some overhead lighting, and then Mill Street Dining followed a couple years after that. So I know the businesses are really excited for outdoor dining again. They're ready for the weather break and have the summer months ahead of them. We'll be hosting Vintage Wine again this year on the 3rd week of September. This is the largest wine festival that the state of Illinois has, and we're proud to be hosting the event. Brings visitors from all over the state and also surrounding states, and we enjoy working with the Vintage staff, and we're excited to bring that back to them. And then I couldn't be up here not talking about Ragu. Everybody knows Ragu. Ragu Festival will be on October 11th and 12th this year. It continues to grow more and more every year. It's the largest event that is held in the village, and it's also the South County Historical Society's largest fundraiser, so it really helps them run their business throughout their next entire calendar year. We'll also have the Veterans Day Parade again this year. That'll be on November 2nd. It's been an honor to have that parade in the village for the last several years, and we'll continue that tradition as well. And then last thing I just would like to talk about, I sat up here and gave you the updates about what we've done and how we're going to do them, but I'm just a guy with a microphone. I'm just a guy telling you what we've done. It really starts with my village board, the ideas that they come up with, or the ideas that staff may have. It all starts with elected officials and the board of trustees.
cannot thank them enough. I'm also surrounded by the best staff that I could ever ask for. They do a tremendous job for me. And again, without them, none of these projects come to life. They're the ones that truly deserve the round of applause, and I thank them for everything that they do. So that's really all I have to talk about today. Again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming today and listening to the updates we have on Utica.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. A couple things to piggyback off of David. For Market on Mill, one of the reasons that as a chamber we were excited about that, insider information, part of that application was they asked those businesses if they would be interested in expanding outside of those markets, and if so, where. And when I got to see some of those applications, they didn't just say expanding in Utica. They had plans for growth in Ottawa, or LaSalle, or Peru, or Oglesby, Spring Valley. They looked at other communities in this region to then go to a full brick and mortar if they can gain the business that they want to at this Market on Mill. So that's a project that's not just important to Utica, but to the region as a whole as we look at business development. The other piece, kind of piggybacking off of the Market on Mill, Lemonade Day, which is a youth entrepreneurship program that we run with the local schools, will be May 3rd during that grand opening. So kind of to steal a little bit from you, Dave, but we invite everybody to come out and support those kids and those businesses on May 3rd. So we appreciate the village allowing us to host that and having that space this year to have those youth entrepreneurs set up. So David, thank you again. With that, we'll move to our Ottawa Mayor, Mayor Hasty, to share his update on the city of Ottawa.
Thanks, Bill. First of all, thanks Bill and IVAC for giving us this opportunity to discuss this today. Last Thursday, I gave the City of Ottawa State of the City address, which was about 40 minutes long, I was told. And this one's about 5 minutes long. So you guys are getting a good Cliff Notes version of it. The total budget general fund revenues for fiscal year 2025 are $24.9 million, an increase from fiscal year 2024, which were projected at $22.5. The city has also effectively utilized tax increment financing districts and enterprise zones incentives to encourage new business development. The city effectively operates its business type activities primarily as water and wastewater treatment operations, as well as its NCAP municipal bus service and beer breaking unit for Montreal. The city of Ottawa receives grant funding from state and federal transit programs to operate the South County's public transportation provider. Anyone can ride going just about anywhere as long as provided in the NCAT service area and out. All NCAT vehicles are lift equipped, making a fleet of 33 buses and vans ADA accessible. Ridership continues to increase, and NCAT has completed yet another record-setting year and is on track to do so again this fiscal year. Current trends suggest that NCAT will finish fiscal year 2025 with 76,000 rides. Last year has been a year of transition and continued growth for the Ottawa Police Department. First, we had the retirement of Chief Brent Wilson and Sergeant Brendan Donahue, and we appointed our new chief, Mike Cheatham, in January 2025. The City of Ottawa Police Department remained fully staffed with 39 sworn men and women, along with 2 department canines. Officers responded to 19,158 calls to service, with a slight increase in previous years. Do the math on that, that's 52 calls a day or 2 every hour. The fire department acquired a new ambulance in 2024 from Osage Ambulance, aimed to enhance its emergency medical services and response capabilities. This state-of-the-art ambulance is equipped with advanced medical technology, improved patient care features, and enhanced safety measures for both responders and patients. The past year has seen the Ottawa Fire Department respond to 4,268 calls for service, encompassing fire suppression, medical emergencies, technical rescues, and hazardous material incidents. Our crews responded to 3,577 emergency medical calls with an average response time of 4 minutes 38 seconds. Fire Division responded to 691 fire-related incidents. Moving over to our 2024 street maintenance program, there are 2 big projects we're working on. The first is the Green Street Elevation Project, with construction phase beginning in April of 2024 and an expected completion date of August 2025. This project will raise Green Street above the 500-year flood elevation level and allow 2 ways of egress for east side residents and the high school during the flood. It also includes a wide sidewalk and room for bicycles and a tow path. Then there's the East Stevenson Road, Baker Road, and MBL Drive reconstruction project, which will reconstruct roadways and make significant drainage improvements. The project is currently in the design phase, with construction expected to begin in May of 2025. Funding for this is part of a 2022 $2.5 million grant from EDA's American Rescue Plan. With that said, I'm excited to share some updates about progress with our parks over the past year. We've seen significant changes and developments that have occurred to enhance our community's outdoor spaces. Peck Park underwent major transformation last summer, including sports-themed playground with board-and-play surface, splash pad with shelter, basketball court, 2 tennis courts, 4 pickleball courts. Over at Allen Park, we completed renovations funded by a $506,000 IDNR OSLA grant. These improvements included accessible sidewalk leading to the upper plateau, where you'll find playground, hillside play spaces, shelter, bench swing, stunning view of the Illinois River. By the west entrance are 2 designated gaming areas, one featuring bag toss stations and the other equipped with chess and checker tables and ping pong tables. Another exciting announcement is Bill's Parking Lot, the city's new dog park. Last summer, we officially revealed the location at 401 East Lafayette Street, and the park has been named in honor of the memory of Bill Walsh Sr. We're thrilled to share that funds for the park's amenities were raised through Bill's Parktoberfest, a fun, family-friendly canine event. In addition to Bill Walsh's family, has generously donated $50,000 towards park improvements. We're grateful for their support. Construction on that actually just started yesterday. Last, we recently received a $636,000 IDNR open space land acquisition and development grant to acquire land for a new sports complex, which will soon enrich our community's recreational options and set the stage for future economic development. Event season is quickly approaching, and just as in years past, I'm excited to share that there will be no shortage of things to do. Between now and the end of the year, the City of Ottawa will host over 35 different events. Some of the highlights include the return of the Third Friday Market, Ottawa Family Pride, Music in the Park, and Jordan Block Jams, and a re-imaged wine festival. And of course, our hallmark tradition, the Festival of Lights Parade and the Chris Kringle Market. Almost every weekend in Ottawa, there's something to do, and I encourage you to see for yourself. There have been a few projects regarding industry over the last year. The 55,000 square foot Amazon Distribution Center on Technology Drive in the Ottawa Industrial Park is nearing completion. This facility is referred to as a last mile distribution center, with haulers in the morning and delivery drivers operating out of the facility throughout the day. Then there's the Northern Illinois Plasters and Cement Masons building on Warehouse Drive and the new 1,800 square foot ADM cleaning operations office. It was a lot of hard work, spearheaded by our Economic Development Director, Dave Noble, but last year we were able to extend 4 TIFs for an additional 12 years. That's the Canal TIF, our North TIF, Dayton TIF, and the East TIF. In addition to this, the state recently authorized River Edge Recovery Zone for Ottawa. A River Edge Recovery Zone program helps revive and redevelop environmentally and economically challenged properties adjacent to rivers in Illinois. They provide several incentives to property owners, including building materials, sales tax exemption, and new construction job tax credits. I'm very pleased to discuss some of the new organizations formed within the last year. The Ottawa Center for the Arts have plans to bring a wide arrangement of artistic talent to Ottawa that includes theater, cinema, visual arts, concerts, choirs, and orchestras. In January, they closed on the acquisition of the Open Table Church and have been in negotiations for the acquisition of the Christ Episcopal Church. Both of these locations will allow for a vibrant downtown cultural center to be located directly across from the historic Washington Park and Redmond Mansion. Then there's the Trinity Rose Montessori School, scheduled to open at the Trinity Lutheran Church on Ottawa's south side. The Trinity Rose Montessori School is committed to fostering a more peaceful world by providing a foundation where young individuals can reach their full intellectual, social, and emotional potential. This is accomplished through a balance of structure and freedom, meaningful work, and strong emphasis on promoting peace, with opportunity to act as stewards of humanity and the planet. I would like to point out that while other communities across America are seeing these beautiful pieces of architecture be lost and torn down and properties being turned into gas stations, or worse, Ottawa is finding a use for these spaces that will enrich our community and expand our combined potential. The city acquired a number of new grants over the last year, totaling over $5.1 million. Some of these include a $118,000 DCPO site readiness grant, $2 million DCPO pad shelter grant, $650,000 CDBG housing rehabilitation grant, and a $250,000 IDNR YMCA flood buyout match grant. There was a $15,000 CLG South Bluff History Survey and $50,000 Ameren electrification grant for EV chargers for the public. We helped get over $200,000 in EV charger grants for Quality Inn, Super 8, and Carriage Charter. The city has also been working with the US EPA regarding technical assistance for the former Peltier factory to help develop a viable plan for the property's future. And the fire department received $231,000 SAFER grant for fire department staffing, $273,000 for air packs, $31,000 for REP IEMA grant for radios, and a $10,000 state attorney opiate fund grant for stair chairs. Grants in the process include our $2 million old YMCA property flood buyout grant, identified for further review, a $1 million fire station grant procured by Congresswoman Underwood, and a $3+ million amphitheater grant. Speaking of the amphitheater, our downtown waterfront. May of last year, the YMCA opened their new facility on the Illinois Riverfront. This $30 million project far exceeded expectations and nearly doubled its membership in the first month. The project has worked as a catalyst and anchor to the long-envisioned riverfront development plan. Design has been ongoing with Ginkgo Planning and Lamar Johnson for our park and amphitheater. We continue to meet and discuss the finer details of the project, including the additional infrastructure of streets, sidewalks, and green and shade services. Attention has been focused on making sure that this is a riverfront that is largely open to the public, but also flexible in allowing us to maximize its potential for ticketed and limited events. The city contracted feasibility studies for both the amphitheater and Riverfront Hotel, produced by Stone Planning and HBS Consulting in evaluation respectively. The study for the Waterfront Hotel proposed an upscale select service lodging facility containing 100 rentable units with amenities such as fast casual dining, conference space and hall, and parking. The study for the amphitheater found the market would support a new facility in downtown Ottawa with appropriate capacity, likely in the 3,000 to 4,000 person range. The facility should be multi-purpose. While it is expected to host touring concerts, we expect the facility to be able to host a wide range of other uses, including other entertainment and community events such as tribute cover bands, symphony performances, children's programming, performing arts, movie screenings, various festivals, and anything else we can think of. I'm very pleased to announce that the design is nearing completion with a look that calls on not only our two rivers, but of the many bluffs we cherish like Buffalo and Star Rock. Next will be the engineering plans with earth moving this fall and construction expected to begin next spring. And in closing, I would just like to echo the same things that the president to my left had just said. None of this happens by the folks that are up here. There's a huge staff of city support and other elected officials go into every decision. It really does take time to do any decision work. So from the bottom of my heart, I just want to thank the City of Ottawa and the people who work with the City of Ottawa to make sure that all of this can be done. Thank you.
Mayor Hasty, thank you very much for that. If you haven't been to Ottawa to explore the parks there, I happen to be a father too, so we do get over there and check out. There's been a lot of work done. The other piece that continues to call me, this is public participation here. Who in the last year has heard or been guilty of saying, there's just nothing to do here? Be honest, raise your hands if you've heard that or said that. Okay, one person honest, everybody else is here. I will tell you, you've got two presenters so far, and there's over 4 dozen different events that have been mentioned, or access to. That's just 2 cities of the 7 that are up here. So if you're looking and you're not finding, I'll push you in the right direction on where to find those things, because these communities are doing a lot to make sure that there is activity for families, for adults, for a combination happening throughout here. So congratulations to both of you really on that, and thank you again here for that day. Mayor Groh, we'll turn it over to you to hear about the city. What's up?
Good afternoon, everybody. A little loud? All right. Thanks for the sound check. I want to start off by thanking IBAG Grant Bear, my fellow mayors up here, leaders, my dream team right over here. As the mayor said, you have to have a support team behind you, and without that team there, I can't do this. We can't be successful in this house. So thank you guys very much. Definitely appreciate it. And again, everybody in this room for being leaders in our area, whether you're baking or schools or service or healthcare, insurance. We need everybody working together to make things happen. So thank you very much. Real quick history on me. This is my 22nd year with the city of LaSalle. 16 as mayor, 6 as alderman. First time I won was in 2001. I decided to run for mayor in 2005. After my term was up, the mayor's term was also up. So I knew win or lose, I'd either be with the city still or else I'd be back in the studio audience. And so in 2005, I was defeated. I came in third place out of 4. Mayor Schleich beat me. So again, I kind of learned, stayed back, watched from the public gathering part in our State Hall chambers, and then ran again for Alderman in 2007, and fortunate in 2009 to run for mayor, and then actually I was fortunate to win that time, so I've been mayor since. Kind of my history, 1985, class of St. Hyacinth's in LaSalle class, graduated class, Catholic school. We combined with the South Catholic at the time, and then since then, I think now we're looking at one Catholic school coming up next fall for LaSalle, for Oglesby, Spring Valley students, Amita students. So it's amazing how we're seeing a lot of people come together to make things work. I guess that's just how it is now, our age. 85, St. Hyacinth's, 89. Have some classmates here from LP out there, class 89. 91 from IBCC. Truly is a place so close to have us here. It's a great option for me and work with my family. And then 93 ISU Business Administration. Why involved in politics? That's a lot of people are asking right now. Just have a lot of examples from my folks. My grandpa was 20 years at LP School Board. Very honored to see his name on one of the plaques at LP. My dad was a school board president at the grade school level. Obviously, my mom was very involved with PTA. One thing that really hits home, and we'll go back to LP, is Ron Bird. We have a teacher, Ron Bird. I know what else as a community member. Ron is awesome. So he said something to our class that kind of resonated. He said, hey, some of you folks will be graduating, you'll be going off to college, some of you will be going into the workforce, some of you will be going into the services. He goes, well, no matter what you do, don't forget to come back and take care of home. You know, contribute back to your hometown in some way to give back. So that kind of resonated with me and stuck with me. I also remember going to polls with my parents as a family. Probably the first time I went, Jim Brady was our mayor of LaSalle. Had a deep admiration for Mayor Brady because he treated every taxpayer dollar like it was his own. He ran it like a business. Since then, I've watched closely and learned from all our LaSalle mayors. Mayor Murphy had a vision for the East End expansion. That he set the table for Mayor Arbor Schlick to continue that path, and then Mayor Schlick focused on downtown improvement. In 2009, I was able to defeat Mayor Schlick to become the 40th mayor of LaSalle. When that happened, Mayor Schlick did not vanish. He stayed to hand the torch to me in a professional manner, which I definitely appreciated. He did it because he's both a man of good character and deeply cared about the city. I would challenge any mayor, including myself, to do the same if they're defeated in the upcoming election. We're all here because we love our communities. We should do our best to lead the communities in the good hands of the next mayor coming up. Just as these previous mayors passed to us their successes, we on stage also inherit the hardships that our cities face. In LaSalle, our focus shifted to overcoming financial hardships such as rising pension liabilities, I can relate to that, costs of unfunded mandates, aging infrastructure, and shrinking populations. Residents deserve a good quality of life, job opportunities, and essential city services. Those are all important things and take a good team of people to balance. I feel these priorities are the three most important pillars, I like to call them, of city government. Number one, the city's infrastructure, which means roads, water, sewer, waste services, as well as emergency services with police, fire, and ambulance. The second pillar is the city employees. I think one of the most important things as mayor is to be responsible for us to manage a team of people who provide these services. Employee attraction, retention, and job satisfaction, let me repeat that, employee attraction, retention, and job satisfaction are paramount importance. I think in everything, in any business, right? I have a strong team who is with me today, and I'm thankful for the jobs they do. I believe the third pillar of city government is quality of life. Our parks, hiking, biking, walking paths, along with recreational programs, pickleball, disc golf, and exercise equipment have been a focus for our city for years. Thankfully, we have a team that worked hard to receive grant funding to accomplish some of these quality of life additions in our city. Since 2009, we had many financial achievements worth noting. We stopped the practice of bonding and borrowing and drastically increased the funding to fire and police pension funds. Nothing very pretty, but things that needed to get done. To date, we're on path to be fully funded in those funds well before the 2040 deadline of 90% funding. We have paid cash for buildings, improvements, and equipment, taking a fiscally conservative approach of only purchasing what we need. Emergency service has also been a focal point since it became there in 2009. We added our own ambulance service, and our ambulance fund has grown to over $900,000 in reserves. So some people are like, wait, let's use that money for curbs, sidewalks. Unfortunately, we cannot. That is for the ambulance service only. I wish we could do that. We're now taking the next step and hiring our own full-time paramedics. This growth could not come at a better time as we all face significant problems with the shortages in manpower of these positions. Our police department and many others here have also overcome staffing challenges as we have responded financially to the mandates to add body cameras and keep pace with technology advances in the industry. I'm proud of our police and fire departments for the jobs they do every day. It does not go unrecognized. They do things that sometimes we're very happy we don't have to deal with. I know the fire departments were all in full force here today on Water Street. In Public Works, we have certainly renovated a building on the city's north side, created a building in our downtown for hopefully retail development and for housing. We look forward to running to sales tax generating space. We are completing a citywide water meter replacement plan, and our laborers are doing heavy lifting on this project, as well as keeping up with water and wastewater mandates. I'm proud of our team and the job they do. Got a lot of responses positive from our residents as these folks are going in their homes, changing out the water meters. When you turn on your faucet, flush your toilet, or drive to work on a snowy day, it's our Public Works team that brings these things to you. Things that I know I'm guilty of that we kind of all take for granted. We've added pickleball to Hegler Park. I've yet to participate in pickleball. And Rotary Park, as well as exercise equipment, walking and hiking paths, park equipment, a new pool liner, and state-of-the-art disc golf course. We'll continue to find ways to access Prairie Lake and hope to keep the growth of connectivity of walking, biking paths all over the LaSalle and Peoria area. Our Parks Department has done an excellent job in contributing to quality of life improvements in the area, and that we appreciate it. Economic development is one of the most challenging departments that we are all responsible for. Unfortunately, we cannot just order things off the menu. Car dealerships and hotels don't just come by saying you want one. Your bakery's up there, right? Portillo's and Canes aren't places that you can just say, hey, want to come here and show up and build a building for us? Our work in economic development office is done with things you don't see. TIP districts that can offer financial incentives need to be in place, and we appreciate our schools for partners with us in the TIP districts. LaSalle has also managed a RIP grant, which is our facade grant, which many downtown storefronts have taken advantage of. We feel this grant has really contributed to the improvements that have taken place in our downtown. Some people say, hey, you gave that money for that front of their building. Is that welfare for the individual? I say no, because a lot of times they're doing that front, but they're also doing a lot of work inside the building that a lot of people don't see until they're in that building shopping or visiting it. Another piece of tracking development in the city is working with and supporting the businesses we already have here. I call them our core. As their successes can attract other developers looking to succeed. We do this by listening to our business community, most notably by partnering with groups like LaSalle Business Association and LaSalle Downtown Merchants. I'm proud of these successes and partnerships and truly hope becomes the business owners of our community. Engineering, building inspection, code enforcement, community development, and administrative support are key contributors to the overall successes of city departments. I have met with me today a team who manages all these things. I'm proud of this team, I'm proud of the city I live in, I'm proud of every resident that chooses to be a part of our community and wishes to contribute to the success of LaSalle. As mayor, I hope to continue to build on these successes and hope they'll enjoy you all here again next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Rowe.